Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday afternoon, March 24th. I said Thursday morning earlier today. We are looking at window traders, market profile on the ES and SPY. So, kind of a perplexing day for me today. The strength of it all afternoon was kind of confounding. Kept me out of a lot of trades. Again, when not being in trades or anything else, it's nobody's fault but yourself, right? You can never blame the market or anything else. We finished the week basically up about $5-6. The daily is still down for me, even though we came in nicely into the last couple of days' ranges. For them to come back into balance, we'll have to take out today's high on Monday. There is a very visual level I want to show you that I think is going to be important for Monday. So we had and I'm going to do all the charts tonight also. Here's Wednesday's price probe from Fed Day. Now Thursday we went all the way up, but then we came back down again. And late Thursday afternoon, we tried to push up but failed. And then again today, we make new lows, make a new weekly low, and then spend all day pressing up. But look where we are right there. So this is a pretty important line in the sand here from Wednesday's Fed Day. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get a better directional move after Wednesday. I really am. Now, sellers, without a doubt, had their chance from Wednesday, even after they blew it Thursday morning. Look what they did Thursday late in the day. Again, a chance, and again today, but got nothing. They got crickets. We front ran that overnight low today. Unbelievable how we did that. Then we couldn't even get the overnight high till late in the day. We got both, we only got the IB high today. Let's go to the other ones quickly. NQ got the overnight, did they get the high? No. They got their overnight low early. They got both sides of their IB, okay? They had an inside day down that lasted for less than a cup of coffee. So I would treat today as an inside day also. I would treat these last 2 days as inside days, which means when you come out of it on Monday, whether it's to the upside or downside, you go with it and monitor it for continuation. They tried to go trend late in the day. They failed. They had a perfect 10 for 10 wide pocket at one point. They end 10 wide. Righty took out the overnight low and the overnight high. They attempted to go trend late only to fail. They just have the day's high and low. Now for ES and SPY, we only have the day's high and low. We did probe, but nowhere near to use the L's high. And we only end with a 6 wide POC. We was 6 for 6 wide. But there was definitely nuances to show. And again, this is the big part of the room. It's not about my trading. I did very little trading today. I made 5.5, 6 points on the day. But it's about showing you what's going on, and then you use your judgment with your strategies if you think it's the right thing to take a long or short. So what happened today that started giving us some little nuances? Well, we were 6 for 6 wide, and we were 6 for 6 through the opening. That's right, no conviction, no nothing. Then what happens? G period. G never sees the opening, can't get D's high. Little nuance. Does that mean, okay, I knew we were going from 64 up to 03? Of course not. But it's a nuance. Now you start looking for the next nuance. Well, G couldn't even get to A's high or D to go 7 for 7. Then look what happens in H. H can't even get to B's high to go 6 wide. Look what happens in I. Can't even get to C's high. Look at J. Can't even get to E's high. So even though it's a methodical grind up, buyers are stronger. Now, when we made new highs in E and F, and basically every time frame, we came in pretty good. So I would not have been looking for longs at the new highs of the day. But on pullbacks with these little nuances, you absolutely could have bought each and every time frame low. Even L period took out K by mere pennies in SPY, and I'm not even sure if it might have taken out K's low. So we stopped the one-time framing up briefly. So every pullback was a long. Now on the flip side, every push up was a short, as we tried to go trend 4 times today in SPY. 4 times. And failed all 4. So there were definitely opportunities that both sides could have taken. Now we had overlapping lower value all day. The indices were basically flat. But, we didn't get the overnight high yet, but we did have the IB high. So it's not the utmost confidence taking these longs, but at least you're out. On pullbacks, you use the previous time frame's low as you're out. On pushes up, once it comes back and it doesn't get a lot of distance, if you take the short, then you can use that time frame's high as you're out. If it makes a new high, then they're attempting to push even higher. But you saw that trend days weren't holding, so that wasn't a bad risk-reward trade either. I'm telling all you guys and gals this, but guess what? I'm telling myself it too, because I didn't take a lot of those trades. In fact, I didn't take 99% of them. I did one short in I period because there was no tempo, and I said we weren't going to get trend. So in A period, I took a long, thinking we were going to get some distance above the opening, and I lost 4 points on it. Not a big deal. I made up for it on a short, took a 3-lot short when we started heading down. I thought we'd get the overnight low. Thank goodness I took it off right before that, so I made 6 points. So I lost 4 points on a 1 lot, and I made 6 points on my 3 lots. Well, not total on all of them, but I made 6 points. Then I basically broke even in B, looking for shorts, because we weren't getting any distance. Made on one, lost on another. I did nothing after that for a long time until I took that short in I, and that was it. So believe me when I say I sat here and kind of was telling the room what was happening. No excuse for me not to take those. But again, it's not about my trading. It's about educating and informing you guys both on these videos and in the trading room what's happening so you can make an educated, informed decision on if you want to take the longs against those or the shorts. So, and plus I had a very good week. I had some days this week where I made twice over 30 points. So no complaints. Good week. As far as destinations, for the upside today, we have 395.84 in SPY. And then you should have the other ones that you gave. I gave you 402.49 is now a weekly high. Today's low is a weekly low, 389.40. And then you should have the other ones I gave below. And then in ES, today's high is 03.50. Then you have 39.50. And then you have the weekly high of 73.75. And for the downside in ES, we have 37.50, which is a weekly low from today. Now let's go over these charts and try to decipher what is going on after the Fed meeting. Okay, next week we have the last week of the quarter. We have the end of the quarter. It's not, we're up 3% right now in the S&P for the quarter. So let's see. Let's start with the Russell, like we usually do. Nothing much has changed here on the Russell. A long time on the monthly. It is literally an 11-month balance that they're trying to find their way. So it is pure balance. They're below that 173.39 all-time high from August of 2018. So again, this is an area that's still being fought over. Balance on the monthly on the righty. Weekly is down. Okay, it's one time framing down 3 weeks. So they're having trouble definitely on the weekly. A little indecision bar there at the end of it. And the daily is also down. So righty, again, we put in a couple of double bottoms. 162.78 June of last year. 162.50 October of last year. Okay? So if they don't get their act together sooner rather than later, we're going to go test those lows, which are those balanced lows on the monthly. So the monthly is balanced on righty. The weekly is down. The daily is down. And they're way below all three of their moving average. And look at the 20 is cascaded. Cascaded through both the 50 and the 200. Triple Qs. The monthly is a 2-month balance because they haven't really taken too much into these 3 months. So for now, I'd call them a 2-month balance. We still have a week to go. Okay, now we also had a chance remember, we did take out both sides of last month. Now, we were going pretty good. Now, we still have a full week to go. If we close at 310.89. If we close above 313.68 next week, you would have an outside month up. That'd be, pretty bullish. Okay? But for now, we have a whole week to go. We have to see what happens. We have a 2-month balance. But a possibility of an outside month up. I would say probably not. You know what? I wouldn't rule that out either. 290 is last month's low. You could have an outside month down if you have a really bad week next week. So balance on the monthly. The weekly is up. Now, keep in mind how much different NQ is from, obviously, Righty and even from us. Okay? They're only in a 2-month balance, and their weekly is up in NQ. And then in the daily, their daily is firmly balanced. Now, like I said, we slightly took out yesterday's low. Okay, we literally took it out by 6 cents. Treat this as an inside day on Monday, which means if we come out of it, look for continuation to come out of a 4-day balance to the downside. If we come out of it to the upside, look for continuation to come and at least test the balance high. Okay? A lot going on in NQ. So the monthly is balanced, weekly is up, daily is balanced, 4 days with pretty much an inside day. ES and SPY. We're in a 5-month balance on the monthly. Okay? Kind of an indecisive candle with a week to go in the month. We're still looking for direction. Weekly. Now the weekly bar looked really ugly this morning. They kind of saved themselves a bit, but it's still just purely balanced. Not like NQ is up. We're in a 3-week balance. So even if we take out this week's high or this week's low, you're not coming out of balance. You have to take out this, the 6th week, the March 6th high to come out of balance, or March 13th low to come out of balance. For now, look at that, right on, once again, our, we tested it. We're above it now by about $4, that lower high trend line. So I think it's clearly important for the S&P to come out of balance to the upside on the weekly and daily. Why? Because it would stop at some point, possibly the lower highs that we've started putting in again this year. You want to stop that. So the monthly is balanced, the weekly is balanced, the daily is down. Okay, even though we came back in pretty nicely, it's down. We need to take out today's high. If you do that, you're clearly back in a 4-day balance if we do that on Monday. We're below the 50. We're above the 20, and we're above the 200. We tested the 200 3 times this week, but we're above it, and right now we're above the 20. Okay? So I think bulls need to get busy to try to stop this. Look, same thing you saw on the weekly. It's kind of even more clearly defined on the daily. High, lower high, lower high, lower high. Do you see how important it is to take out both the weekly and daily balances if we come into them to the upside to stop those lower highs? Very important. So that's how I'm looking at the markets. I hope you had a good week trading. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this YouTube channel. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.